short on a 4th and 1.
Chad Sweep is very upset, number 62 for Mahnomen. He was a part of that front line that tried to make the hole and couldn't get it big enough.
So Mankato Loyola goes back at it. Play broken on the right side. You know, Hyder has carried that ball now 6 times and has no net yards.
So Rognus has been the best. That's been the most effective
that was for
play.
Mahnomen.
On the other side, when he carries the ball, he's been able to use his judgment on either the pitch or the cut up and get good yards every time he's done that.
So Rognus doing that. I was talking about Hyder, Rich Hyder, the Mahnomen quarterback. It's 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line. And again, they try and stack it in there for Ashley. And again, they might have got a couple of yards. Depends on where they'll spot it. Chad Flackney, the defensive tackle, made the stop. They'll put it up to the 37-yard line.
Unlike Mahnomen, this isn't 4-down territory because of the field position. They'd have to kick if they don't get it. So crucial play again.
4:10 to go, 7-7 game, 3rd and 1 for Mankato Loyola at its own 37-yard line.
Oh no, push back.
35, forward progress will stop. Big swarm on defense by Mahnomen. The whole defensive line was engaged and the backers came in too. 37-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Nearly at 3.5 minutes to play, so Crusaders will try to rely on their defense once again as they have to drop into punt formation.
4th and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Mahnomen.
Timeout Mahnomen.
They took one timeout earlier on the down play. They had to take one here because they did not have the right people out there to receive the punt. Yost ran on the field very late. Another guy was starting to come off, and they quickly had to signal for a timeout, 3:25 to play. Spaeth coming out of the game for Mahnomen on this punting situation, and Mike Halverson as well. Ken Bauman is out on the field. There's the pigskin, no offense intended.
Hey, he's got the laces and everything there, doesn't he? Look at that. Get the laces and everything. Now that's a thorough haircut, no question about it. So there are all sorts of strange-looking people in the Metrodome today.
If I'd known that,
several of them
sat up.
I should sit up a little more, shouldn't I? It's all right. This is Tom Greeno, incidentally, our statistician right here. He always wears a hat inside, but if you knew what was underneath it, you would too. Okay, 3:25 to go. It's a 7-7 ball game.
Best seat in the house here.
4th and 1 for Mankato Loyola on the Crusader 37-yard line. Kolar is back in punt formation.
Watch for Chad Sweep to come from the near side. They hadn't been blocking him. He almost got a couple of kicks. Oh, there's a big
It drops over Troutner and rolls all the way to the 17 yard line before it is down by Todd Simonette. So there's a big Mankato Loyola bounce to put Mahnomen way back deep in its own territory with 3 minutes 15 seconds to go.
Well, no doubt that's why Mahnomen has been rushing up trying to catch those kicks, because that's what can happen if you don't. You get the big bounce and it costs your team 20 yards. But it's a very tight situation, and you don't want to make a mistake with that ball. So they'd rather have the ball in the 17 than have it fumbled away on the 35.
Absolutely.
Total offense nearly dead even. Mankato Loyola 156 yards, and Mahnomen $145.
Boy, and we're just building, excuse me, toward white knuckle time here. 3 minutes to go in a 7-7 game. 1st and 10 Mahnomen on its own 17-yard line. And I have a feeling that this is the kind of football we may be seeing here for a little while. Yost stopped by Todd Simonette.
Very short gain on 1st down.
Got a yard.
So if Loyola can hold them on 2nd down, they may start using their timeouts. They've got all 3 left, figuring they will have more time with the ball and good field position if they can hold Mahnomen without a 1st down.
1 timeout left for Mahnomen. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Hyder on 2nd and 8 at his own 19-yard line. Into the belly of Brandon Yost, who gets through 25-30. Brought down at the 31-yard line. A big gainer by Brandon Yost before the linebacker Pete Matashek stopped him.
That's
first down.
Real big first down. Now Ken Bauman's got some coaching decisions to make as we'll watch Yost again busting off that right tackle. Atherman makes a good block there to clear out the side of the line. And he doesn't want to get too clever with the ball because he doesn't have great field position and he only has one timeout. Yet he's got a chance to move it down the field.
Hodek wide right, Troutner slot to the right. 1st and 10 at the 32. Hyder showing pass on first down, launches it, and it is intercepted at the 41-yard line. And Mankato Loyola gets it back. That is the 3rd interception of the season by Pete Matashek, the senior linebacker, and a big one it is with Mahnomen driving.
Richard Hyder just on his knees in his own zone there. He knew as soon as he let that go that it was not the proper play. Matashek steps in front of the receiver, and the Crusaders take over now with 3 timeouts, 1:53 on the clock, and 38 yards between themselves and a state championship as we see an injured Mankato Loyola player on the field.
Cannot tell who it is. It may be Hodek. I'm sorry, it's a Loyola player. 1:53 to go. Try to catch a number for you. And it was away from the play, so it was difficult to see exactly who it was.
At 69.
It is Mike Kennedy.
He was
senior
involved
defensive tackle.
coming up field in that pass rush there, and the lineman trying to fend him off. Just looks like it was a wind situation or something. Flat on his back. This carpet could be hard to the uninitiated.
It can be hard to the too, boy. I'll tell you, you get used to running on it. And you think you know how it's going to spring and feel, but it's a much harder thing to get nailed on than a good thick field of grass with dirt underneath. 3
interceptions now for the Crusader defense, and this last one has them in a position to pull out the winner.
1st and 10, and Rognus is nailed at the 40-yard line. A 2-yard loss on the play. Now the clock running down to 1:35 to go in regulation time. Mahnomen with the ball. The game tied at 7.
Mankato Loyola has
timeout has been called.
Yeah, they took a timeout. They are in 2nd and long, and
7-7 game in game 2 of a 5-game menu of day after Thanksgiving football feasting for you here from Prep Bowl 92. Coming up following this one, the Class B game. Perry Williams and Leo Lewis will be along to bring you that one as St. Cloud Cathedral will meet Bird Island Olivia Lake Lillian. Hold. I'll be back later on for the Class A tilt between Farmington and undefeated Detroit Lakes. And the big AA shootout tonight, Carl McCullough and Cretin Durham Hall against Lakeville. Lakeville defense this year was creeping death last year. This year it's the misery defense. Always has the big name. Quick out to the right side, complete to Matt Rogers, breaking down the right sideline to the 25-yard line. That is as quick as you can take a snap and throw a pass. Rognus to Collars, first down.
Watch the block here. He gets a key. We haven't seen this play before either, and it caught Mahnomen by surprise. A good turn in there by Collars. Makes the block. Rogers gets to the sideline and advances inside the 25-yard line.
It's a great play when it works. The quick one, the out to the right side, in that case to Matt Rogers, the flanker. 1st and 10 at the 25 for Mankato Loyola. 1:28 to go in regulation time. And a big charge in on Matashek. Again, will give him a gain of a couple of yards. Mike Kirsch, the middle linebacker, will make the stop. And now Loyola is going to use another timeout, I believe, and will. And now each team has 1 timeout remaining with 1 minute 19 seconds to go in regulation time. And the Class C championship game tied at 7. Been an entertaining football game, and after last year when it was a 42-0 blowout, by Mahnomen over Mankato Loyola. The Crusaders have been itching to get back at Mahnomen all year long, and Mahnomen ready for all comers, even without Jason Miller. Now on 2nd and 7, with 1:19 to go, the ball is spotted at the just outside the 22-yard line. Waiting for all the coaches to get off the field, and they're doing it at a slow walk. Give everybody a little extra time. 2nd and 7 at the 22. Colin Rogness is ready. Penalty markers.
Movement in the backfield there.
The Ho went in motion, and then there was movement up front as well. It's going to be an illegal procedure penalty on Loyola.
Ho was in his stance. Watch him lean forward.
There it was.
And then try to start in motion. And that's a no-no. 2nd and 12.
2 penalties, 20 yards on Loyola. Each team again with 1 timeout remaining. 1:16 to go, 7-7 game. Mankato Loyola 2nd and 12 on the Mahnomen 27. Ho is in motion again. Rogness back to throw. 3-step drop into double coverage, complete to Andy Kolars at the 20 and down at the 17-yard line. He was double teamed, and Rogness just threaded the needle and got it into him anyway. And Andy Kolars, another big reception.
And Loyola has taken their 3rd timeout. Rogness looks. It doesn't look like the play is open. You can see the defenders crossing in front, but Kolars pulls it down and then is able to pick up some yardage. Not enough for the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 2 at a very key situation. We should point out that the first line place kicker for Mankato Loyola, Rob Craig, injured his leg in the Ogilvie game and is unable to go here today. So Simonette is the backup place kicker, Todd Simonette, but whether that is a significant, maybe Pat Ullman, one of those two would take the chore of trying to kick, but whether they'd have to get a lot closer for those two guys to have a shot at it, I don't know. Right now you're looking at a field goal of 35 yards or 34 yards. That might be a little bit out of range of a backup high school kicker.
As you often see in this event in the Prep Bowl, few if any attempted field goals by the teams coming in. They haven't needed to because they've been kicking everybody around all year. Loyola's 2 for 2 coming into today's game. Both of those were by Rob Craig. His longest was 31. Right now they're thinking something else. 59 seconds to go. Mankato Loyola with the ball, 3rd and 2 at the Mahnomen 17-yard line. The pitch comes back to Matashek, the fullback, and he's drilled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard.
And they don't have a timeout left. It looks like they're bringing in the place kick attempt.
Now an official's timeout because a Mahnomen player has been roughed up a little bit. So that's actually a break for Mankato Loyola in that situation, but both teams would appreciate the breather right now.
Number 11, Rob Craig, is in the game. He's going to try it. He's been unable to punt or kick here.
They had him in earlier in a punt situation, but they took him out later on.
He's evidently going to give it a
He's
go
2 for 2 from the field this year on field goal attempts. As I just said, his longest was 31 yards.
And again, if there's ever a place to make a kick, it's an artificial indoor environment, artificial surface, so that conditions are just right. If the hold is good, they can no doubt kick it a little bit further.
See if this might be the hit that has caused the player to be down. Yeah, that's who it is.
It looked like a collision between two players on the same team.
That's Tony Athman.
Athman is down, but he's run over top by one of his own players.
Athman's up now. He's all right. He's got 44 seconds left in his football season. He'll find a way to suck it up and go. And as I said, both teams appreciated the break in any event. So